Hello students. In the previous video, we studied about what we know about the past and where the people in the past lived. So today in this video, we are going to study about how we actually know about the past. There are several ways of finding out about the past. One is to go and search for and read the books that were written a long time ago. These books, which were written a long time ago, are called manuscripts because they were written by hand. And this comes from the Latin word manu, which means by hand. In ancient India, the manuscripts were usually written on the palm leaf, as you can see in this picture, or on specially prepared bark of a tree known as the birch, which grows in the Himalayas. And the things which were written on them were handwritten. So the thing is that over the years, many manuscripts were have been destroyed because they were either eaten away by insects or they were destroyed in some way or the other. But many of them have survived, often preserved in temples and monasteries. These books dealt with all kinds of subjects, for example, religious beliefs, practices, the lives of kings, medicine, science, etc. Apart from this, they also have epics, poems, plays, and many of these were written in languages like Sanskrit, Prakrit, and Tamil. After manuscripts, we also have inscriptions. These are writings on relatively hard surfaces, for example, on stone or on metal, like we can see in these pictures. These inscriptions, what were they used for? Kings got their orders inscribed or written down on these stones or metals so that people could see, read, and obey them. There are other kind of inscriptions also, where people, including kings, recorded what they did. For example, many inscriptions keep records of the victories of the king in certain battles. So there are many other things that were made and used in the past. So who are the people who actually study the past? The people who study these objects of the past are called archaeologists. They study the remains of the buildings made of stone and brick, paintings and sculpture. They also explore and excavate, means they dig under the surface of the earth to find the remains of the past. Remains of the past includes pottery, pans, coins, tools, weapons, ornaments and jewelry which people of the past used. Some of these objects were made up of stones, others were made up of bone, or they were made up of metal, or they were made up of clay. Obviously, those objects which were hard or which were made up of hard substances, they remained. But which were made up of soft substances, they actually got destroyed. But still, we have many remains many remains of the past from which we can study about what people actually did and how they lived in the past. Archaeologists also look for bones of the animals, birds, fishes, etc. And from these things, they find out what exactly people ate in the past. Plants remained survive far more rarely. For example, if seeds of grains or pieces of woods have been burned, they survive in a very charred form, means very in a form which has been destroyed very heavily. So it is it's a very fine procedure. It's a very complicated to procedure which is done by the archaeologists to study these things. Certain technology has been used to study these burnt objects or objects which have been destroyed, to learn what people actually used for eating in the past. Apart from archaeologists, we also have historians. Who are historians? These are the scholars who study the past. They often use word source to refer to the information found from manuscripts, inscriptions, and archaeology. So they use these remains of the past to look for the sources. Once these sources are found, learnings about the past become kind of an adventure or a journey as they construct the past bit by bit. So we can say that historians and archaeologists are like detectives who use all these remains of the past or sources of the past as clues to find out about what exactly happened in the past. We have studied a lot about our past in this chapter, but one thing remains whether we have one past or many. Do we have a singular past or we have pasts? As we can see, the title of our book is Our Pasts. The word pasts in plural have been used to draw the attention to the fact that past was different for different groups of people. For example, the lives of herders or farmers were different from those of kings and queens. The lives of merchants were different from those of craftspeople, and so on. And this is true for the current situation also. In present also we have differences or the different types of lives which are led by different kinds of people. Differences such as today they existed in the past also. Apart from this difference, there is also another kind of difference. We know a great deal about the kings, the battles, dates and the victories of these kings because they kept the record of these victories or the dates, etc. But we don't exactly know about the ordinary people, such as hunters, fishing people, fishermen, gatherers, farmers, herders, etc., because they did not keep any records. So, while archaeology helps us to find out about their lives, there is so much more that remains to be known. Archaeologists are still researching and doing and recording, recollecting, trying to connect the dots, connect the clues so that they can actually find out about how these ordinary people led their lives in the past.